Aloha Ohana Collective. This is Hawaiian Libra, and we are gonna do our 10th celebrity reading about Duke Kahanamoku. There's Duke on this show, and I'm gonna show a little clip, and then I pre-shuffled, saged this reading, blessed this reading, did my prayers before I did the reading about what kind of messages Duke would wanna give the collective. Okay, but I want you to show this video because I want you to see his face. I want you to study Duke's face when they talk about the overthrow of Queen Liliuokalani. Okay? Before we begin, I am Hawaiian Libra. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, although I truly and dearly love Duke Kahanamoku. Also, this reading is for 18 years and up, and also this reading is also just a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor but I am a lover of the tarot and oracle and intuitive insights, and I am a lover of Duke Kahanamoku. I think every Kanaka Maoli in their heart love Duke Kahanamoku, not only as a professional surfer and swimmer, but as a humanitarian, and also and not only as an athlete, but also a person of aloha, of true aloha. Okay. I just want you to see his face. I know. Okay.
Beach. Right,
yeah.
Bernice?
Yes, Ralph, Brother Duke did take time off to go to school. And on April 30th, 1900, we all became American citizens.
Your childhood years saw Hawaiian history being made, Duke. The abdication of Queen Liliuokalani in 1893, the creation of the Republic of Hawaii in 1894, and the American flag being raised over Hawaii in 1890.
Yeah, look at his face.
Thank you, brothers
It's
and sisters.
it's not
Let's get in the
happiness.
catamaran there.
You saw his
Music,
face.
the
His
heart
face.
of every Hawaiian.
Sorry, his face was not happy. You know, it wasn't like the happy Hawaiian on the beach. His face looked like sadness. Like he seemed sad, and that is exactly how many Hawaiians felt when we became citizens of the forced citizens of the United States. And the history books may say that we voted. Not everybody voted. My grandparents didn't vote to be American citizens, and there was a fake advertisement and a push to be American citizens. So just to let everybody know, we are illegal. It's an illegal U.S. occupation. When the Queen was overthrown, she was overthrown by gunpoint. Forced. It was forced American citizens. Okay, just to let all of America know, just to let all other people, other psychics know. Okay, it was forced. Again, okay, so let's start with the playing cards. So we got the five of the cover is over here. The 5 of spades and the King of clubs and the 5 of hearts. First of all, Duke Kahanamoku's astrological, see his head looking down. Yeah, he doesn't look happy. So Duke Kahanamoku's astrological sign is Virgo, but because I couldn't find when he was born, I know he's born in Hawaii, I couldn't find his exact natal chart, so I'm not gonna guess it, yeah, but I do have a feeling, and this is just from my perspective, I do have a feeling that he has an air sign, he has water signs, and he has earth signs, and he has mixed fire signs. So I do feel that his natal chart is mixed. But I also think his sun, guarantee his sun is in Virgo, but I feel like his moon is in Libra. Okay, like where they like beautiful things, but they like balance and justice. And I feel like it feels like Duke shoots. Let me put this on. I feel like the Duke Kahanamoku, I feel like he had to make decisions for the betterment of the nation, of the Hawaiian people. So he had to make these decisions to get into these like becoming a sheriff and so like his people, so that his people wouldn't be bullied. Yeah, he could keep an eye on his people. But he was born, okay, Duke Kahanamoku. He was born August 24th, 1819. 1819 in Hawaii. He died on January 20, is it? I think 27, 1968, at 77 years old. His zodiac sign is Virgo. His full name on allfamous.org is Duke Pa'oa Kahinu McCoy. I think Huli Kohala. I'll find out. Kahanamoku. Okay, he won an Olympic medal, I think for swimming 5 times. This site, the site that had his full name, mentions him to be an Olympic medalist swimmer, and also he was part of the Scottish Freemason, Shriners, law enforcement. He was also an actor and volleyball player. A businessman, and in 1940 he married Nadine Alexander. So I feel like he had to make certain decisions, so that he could keep an eye on his people, so that he could be for the betterment of the Hawaiian people. That's just the feeling I get, but you can anybody can disagree with me about that. Okay, so it is 5 of spades, this king of clubs, this 5 of hearts, this 4 of clubs, this 8 and 10 of this 8 of diamonds, and this 10 of spades. I feel like right here he had a bunch of friends. He had a lot of friends, but he had a lot of barriers, and he had to go through a lot of racial profiling and racist remarks, and he went through all of this, but he showed aloha through this, and he didn't want to gain less friends by not, being the ambassador of aloha. So he had to make a decision. He had to make certain decisions. And this 8 of diamonds is that, and that I think he's telling people that this message is saying that with lots of money comes sacrifice. And with your skills and leadership comes some sacrifice and barriers over here. So I think he's saying, make a choice. And because of this age of openness and open consciousness, I think he's saying that now, maybe during his time, he didn't have a choice. But right now, we have a choice. We have a choice to stand up and, call people out and address issues, that bother us. So we have more of a freedom. Whereas that during that time, if he had said something, they would have accused him of something. If he didn't join certain clubs, if he refused to join certain cliques, he would have been in prison for false accusations and stuff like that. So he had to watch what he did, watch what he was doing, and he saw leadership opportunities as a way to help his people. He saved a lot of lives too. So there's newspaper articles that say that he saved several lives, several people from drowning. That's in a couple of articles as well, and I'll try and see if I can find them and pull them up in my references. Again, now, and sorry for the background sound, you guys, my roommates making plenty noise. 8 of swords, okay, 8 of swords reverse. So he kind of overcame a lot of these obstacles. A lot of it was the way he overcame it was through swimming and through ocean awareness. And just doing what he loved to do, like saving lives, being that lifeguard, saving lives, and also teaching others how to swim. And I think he wanted people to learn how to swim because as an island, we're surrounded by ocean, surrounded by water. And then the moon reverse. So the moon reverse was there was secrets that was hiding, and he didn't want his people to know, or his loved ones to know what was going on, kind of just protecting the people from corruption, kind of so he chose to become a sheriff. Okay, the magician. So he was able to work his magic, talk to people, nurture relationships. And then this one is King of Wands. King of Wands is like he just had the tools, the charismatic, the talent, and kind of like could make you feel comfortable, could make anybody feel comfortable. And then this one is the Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands, King of Wands, kind of like in his business, he learned a lot of skills in business, and just learned how to use his talent for good, and just had to kind of work around, like kind of like it's just like someone going through Mercury retrograde, and then you gotta cope with barriers and cope with challenges, and you gotta do a workaround to cope with all of that. That's the same thing that Duke Kahanamoku had to do in order to survive, in order to have, make Hawaii better, make, kind of like help Hawaii. Think, and that's what he was thinking during that time. But I think that's what he wants to explain to people, that during that time in the 50s and 60s, and even during his younger years as an Olympic swimmer, he really wanted to engage in people recognizing and addressing Hawaii as important, not as like stop, and then just use the beach, not only to use the beach as a way to a vacay. As we can see now, the Alawai and Waikiki's the pollution in Waikiki is horrible. Yeah, I don't think he meant those things, but he had to make connections. So like to overcome racism, he had to make friends and share aloha so that racism could stop in the states. So let's see with the other cards. So this one, NWA, yeah. So this one has a lot to do with, what was going on in Hawaii in the 50s and 60s with the changes in government, like just like the provisional government, the Republic of Hawaii had their little gang and appointed their little their they appointed who they wanted to be in charge, and he knew they was gonna appoint him as an Olympic swimmer, and he knew what was coming. This one: scream, terror, grudges, fear, stalker, horror. So watch your friends. So yeah, he had a lot of enemies, like that was part of the Republic of Hawaii. I mean, the Republic, of Hawaii, and up in the States, they didn't want him because of his skin color. They didn't want him to win the Olympics, but he did anyways. He showed them, but he knew about a lot of racist states. He knew about them. Karmic friend coming against you. So he had, I think, in this experience, I think he's just sharing his experience about friends that he might have left behind, that used to swim and surf with him, and then he went to be the ambassador. He also was filmed in a couple of movies, and he became famous. He was friends with Doris Duke, So like I think some of the Beach Boys felt like he left them out, and he didn't mean to leave them out. He was also religiously intolerable. Like he was raised Christian, I believe, or he was raised like mainstream Christian values, but he also traveled and learned about Buddhism. Because when you're around rich people, yeah, they have the means to learn other people. They have the time and the means to learn other people's cultures because they're traveled a lot. Okay, and then this is Eminem, wordsmith. Hello, my name is Unmatched. Empty without me, shady, blondie, anger, outsider. So he was treated like an outsider in some spaces. So he had to try and fit in. misunderstood, not sorry, confusion clouds, misdirected, misinterpreted. He was very well-rounded in and very articulate. He had to work, so he had to stop going to school and he had to work to support his family, being the oldest. And he he felt like he was misunderstood a lot because of the way he looked. So he had to be articulate. He had to use his talents and his skill, because if not, during that time in the 50s and 60s, Hawaiian men were stereotyped. They were stereotyped as savages. So he had to be very articulate and learn how to be very articulate. And then this one is illusion, vailiula, meaning blockages and clearing, seeing the unseen and removing the veil. So I think his message to people is to make better choices, to be open-minded, when you visit another country, and always remember who your friends are when you climb up the ladder. And then also to consciously unveil things that might be hidden, and also I'm getting this message like work to be understood. A lot of times culturally incompetent people, when they come to Hawaii, they think, oh, Hawaii is just the ocean, and let's just put on some suntan lotion and just dive into the ocean, and neglect that natives live here. And don't, like, everybody tries to ignore the native Hawaiian. They try and ignore the Kanaka, like we're invisible, we're not here. But we exist. See my hand, see my tattoos. We exist and we are here, and we're here to stay, and this is our home. Don't try and ignore us. And I think that's what those messages are coming from Duke Kahanamoku. Like, he had to make people see him, he had to go and travel and show people how to swim. And he had to do it with aloha, and that was hard for him. That must have been hard for him. But he kept his composure. He had Christian values, but was open. He traveled around the world, so he knew how to be open-minded and show aloha. Okay. This concludes the reading for Du Kahanamoku. I hope you like this reading. Aloha wau ya oko. Ahuiho.